Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The diagnostic trouble code, DTC P0115, is related to the engine coolant temperature, ECT sensor 1, indicating a range problem in a 2016 to 2021 Honda Civic. This error often points to faulty wiring or a malfunctioning ECT sensor itself. The ECT sensor plays a crucial role in monitoring the coolant temperature and signals the engine control module, ECM, about its status, which helps regulate engine performance. Correct operation of this sensor is vital to maintain optimal engine conditions and efficiency. If the engine runs too hot or too cool, it can lead to performance issues and may even damage the engine over time. The sensor is typically located near the engine block and coolant passages, making it essential for effective vehicle diagnostics. The ECT sensor 1 is located on the engine block and is specifically designed to monitor the temperature of the engine coolant. This sensor sends voltage signals to the engine control module, ECM, indicating whether the coolant is too cold or too hot. This information is crucial for the proper functioning of various systems within the engine management architecture, such as fuel injection, ignition timing, and emission controls. If the reading is out of the expected range, the ECU will trigger the DTC P0115. Consequently, improper readings from this sensor can disturb engine performance, fuel efficiency, and emissions levels. The ECT sensor is especially critical during periods of engine warm-up, and its failure can lead to inadequate fuel mixture and engine overheating. There are several possible causes for the DTC P0115 code. A shorted wire in the temperature wire, TW, line may lead to incorrect readings sent from the ECT sensor. This short can often occur due to frayed insulation or improper routing of wiring harnesses. Similarly, an open circuit in the TW line can also lead to the same issue, indicating a break somewhere along the wire. Another potential culprit is a faulty ECT sensor, which may provide readings outside of the acceptable range due to internal malfunction. Corroded or loose connections at the ECT sensor or the powertrain control module, PCM, can also interrupt signal flow, causing this diagnostic trouble code to trigger. Each of these issues should be systematically investigated and addressed to resolve the P0115 error. Drivers may experience several symptoms if their Honda Civic is throwing the DTC P0115. One of the most noticeable signs is poor engine performance, which may manifest as hesitation, stumbling, or stalling during acceleration. Increased fuel consumption can also occur as the engine management system fails to optimize the air-fuel mixture due to incorrect temperature readings. Overheating can happen as the engine management system may not engage cooling strategies effectively, putting excessive stress on engine components. Furthermore, the check engine light will illuminate on the dashboard, indicating that there is an issue that needs to be addressed. Drivers should not ignore these symptoms, as they could lead to severe engine damage if untreated. The first step in troubleshooting the DTC P0115 involves verification of the failure. You should start by turning the vehicle to the on mode, but do not start the engine. Next, it's necessary to clear the DTC using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, which is a specialized diagnostic tool for Honda vehicles. After clearing the code, wait for approximately 10 seconds to ensure the system has refreshed. Once this is complete, check again for any pending or confirmed DTCs using the HDS. If the P0115 code is still indicated, this confirms that the issue is persistent and warrants further investigation. If it does not show up again, there might be an intermittent fault, and it is wise to inspect connections or terminals at the ECT sensor and the PCM for any signs of wear or damage. The second step in the troubleshooting process is to check the wiring for shorts in the temperature wire, or TW line. Begin by turning the vehicle to the off or lock mode to ensure safety during this check. Use the HDS to jumper the SCS line, which stands for the Security Connector System, and wait for more than 1 minute to allow the system to stabilize. After this period, disconnect the PCM connector E, ADP, to isolate the circuit effectively. With the ECT sensor 1 2P connector already disconnected, check for continuity between the designated test points. ECT sensor 1's female terminal number 2 and body ground. If continuity exists, it indicates a short in the TW wire between the PCM and the ECT sensor, which needs to be repaired. If there's no continuity, this leads you to the next step. Step 3 focuses on checking for an open circuit in the temperature wire. Keep the vehicle in the off mode with both the ECT sensor 1 2P connector and the PCM connector E, ADP, disconnected. Similar to the second step, check continuity between test point 1 at ECT sensor 1's female terminal number 2 and test point 2 at PCM connector E, ADP, number 52. A successful test showing continuity indicates that the TW wire is functioning correctly, allowing you to move on to the subsequent troubleshooting step. Conversely, if no continuity is found, this signifies an open wire condition that must be repaired. Identifying where the break in the wire exists can often resolve the DTC P0115 issue. In troubleshooting step 4, you will focus on the signal ground 2 or SG2 line. Make sure the vehicle remains in the off mode and proceed to disconnect the ECT sensor 1 2P connector along with the PCM connector E, ADP. With these connectors disconnected, check for continuity between test point 1 at ECT sensor 1's female terminal number 1 and test point 2 at PCM connector E, ADP, number 78. If continuity is confirmed, the SG2 wire is intact, allowing you to proceed to the next step of the troubleshooting process. If continuity is absent, this indicates an open circuit in the SG2 line that needs to be repaired. This step is vital for ensuring proper communication between the ECT sensor and the PCM. In the final troubleshooting step, the focus shifts to the ECT sensor 1 itself. You will begin by substituting the faulty ECT sensor with a known good one, as it could be the root cause of the DTC P0115 code. After the substitution, reconnect all the necessary connectors properly, ensuring that no pins are bent or improperly seated. Exit the Security Connector System mode using the HDS. Then turn the vehicle back to the on position. Clear the DTC using the HDS once more and wait for 10 seconds. After this, check again for any pending or confirmed DTCs using the HDS. If the P0115 code is still present, it might indicate a problem with the Powertrain Control Module, PCM, and you should consider replacing it. If the code does not appear, the ECT sensor 1 was indeed the issue. Finalizing any repair requires a thorough verification process to confirm that DTC P0115 has been effectively cleared. Start by ensuring that the code has been successfully erased from the system. Run the vehicle through various operational tests to see if any old symptoms persist or if the check engine light reactivates. It is crucial to observe if the engine coolant temperature readings from the ECT sensor return to the expected range during your tests. If the ECT sensor is functioning correctly, you should see stable temperature readings with no error codes being triggered. If successful, this confirms the repair. If not, further investigation into the wiring or the PCM may be needed. To prevent future occurrences of DTC P0115, it is essential to adopt some preventive maintenance strategies. Regular inspections of the ECT sensor connections can help identify potential issues before they escalate into larger problems. Ensure that the wiring is properly secured and free from corrosion, as environmental factors can degrade connections over time. Monitoring coolant levels and the condition of the coolant itself is also vital, as any leaks or contamination could lead to incorrect sensor readings. Additionally, schedule routine checkups for your vehicle at authorized service centers to ensure that all engine management systems remain in optimal working order. Proactive maintenance can save time and costly repairs in the long run. In conclusion, the DTC P0115 error signals a critical issue within the coolant temperature monitoring system of your Honda Civic. Understanding the role of the engine coolant temperature sensor and how it impacts overall vehicle performance is essential for every Honda owner. The sequence of troubleshooting steps, from verifying the issue to checking wiring and ultimately possibly replacing the ECT sensor or PCM, highlights the complexity of automotive diagnostics. Ignoring symptoms associated with this code could lead to severe engine damage or compromised fuel efficiency. Regular maintenance and awareness of this code can significantly enhance vehicle longevity and performance. Always prioritize resolving check engine lights promptly to ensure your vehicle operates safely and efficiently. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.